Hey, welcome back to Vic Ferrari's Garage. Today we are talking about windshields. Primarily, how did we get the windshield for the Dune buggy? Let me tell you, this is a piece of Lexan from Home Depot, $55. I got a set of hinges for doors, doors. Doors. Couple of 1/4-inch bolts, couple of clevis pins right there. So I'm at about $62. If I was going glass, I would be at about $700 and a lot of work. And let's talk the difference. This here, all I had to do is take my hinges. I trimmed right here. I took this piece off. Of course, it's got two pieces. I trimmed one off and I used it just to sandwich the windshield, and I welded here and here on the hinge. The other three spots, here, here, and here, are for this side. So normally this thing's like two pieces. I just spot welded it on there good. Put the 1/4-inch bolts through. You have to drill it very gentle or you will pop the back out of it and you could crack it. So take your time, drill gentle. And some 1/4-inch bolts with lock nuts on it works really well. Up here, I use the clevis pin, so you can pull the pin out. You can take the clevis pin out. And now normally my hood is down here, and those two rubber mounts are right where that folds down, and those will go right over those bolt heads right here. Then I just take the butterfly nut off. The windshield sits on the rubber. I put the butterfly nut on and I can cruise around all day with the windshield down. Let's talk some advantages and disadvantages of the Lexan versus the glass. One, I mounted it with two hinges and two body mount pieces that you can buy and have these welded on, or you can do it yourself, but you can get these at Dune buggy shops. You can get them at Summit Racing, or you can even get them off eBay for about $1 a piece. I welded those on. I took a cardboard template, stuck it in the frame, got it where I wanted it, laid it on the Lexan, cut it out, made a little notch to get over the hinge piece here. You can see I notched it out. Make sure you round the corners, because if you don't, that's where you'll crack off. Okay? The Lexan is super strong. If you get hit by a rock, it does nothing to this. And I get hit by rocks all the time from the guy that's in front of me. He's got 31-inch tires, heavy tread, and he chucks rocks. Man, I am talking 3/4 to an inch round rocks at my windshield because he thinks it's funny to peel out all the time ahead of me. Doesn't do anything. As far as scratching, will Lexan scratch easier than glass? Yes. I use this glass cleaner from Walmart. Soak it on there. I use a microfiber cloth. Let me give you a heads up. I've had this glass for 1.5 years. It has micro scratches on it. They do not reflect in the sun. I never get blinded by them. I can see through it beautifully. I don't ever notice the scratches. And as with everything else in Vic Ferrari's Garage, I'm not that concerned about it. I do things on the cheap. I like to be that way because I can use my money to go on vacations to the dunes, to Washington, D.C. to see the museums, whatever. I also am the bank of dad. I end up giving money to the daughter and to the wife, and I don't have money to put on my dune buggy, you know. So I'm just carefree and inexpensive, and as you can see, I've got some metal chip right there in this rag because I wiped my countertop off with it. After I get done grinding, I checked the oil recently, and I really don't give a crap. I just wash my whole windshield, okay? I've been doing that for 1.5 years, and I can still see through this thing beautifully, okay? There you go. So, do I think it scratches as much as glass? I don't know, maybe, but it's not bothered me in 1.5 years. Now, let me tell you what, let me show you what glass does. This is glass. It's really hard to see. I don't know why I can see it with my eye, but this is what glass does. It shatters, it cracks, crack, okay? Crack. Let me show you what happens when you shoot the BB gun in the garage. Let me show you what happens when you spill paint in the garage. Yeah, that's what happens when you spill paint in the garage. That's what happens when you shoot the BB gun in the garage. And if you didn't get the other joke, go watch Breakfast Club. So, advantages, super strong, you're safe behind it. Glass is $700 to put in here. You're gonna have to weld a piece of metal all the way around. You're gonna have a big old fat piece of rubber all the way around. The glass is a nightmare to put in. You can't fold it down. It cracks, it shatters when the first rock hits it. You don't want glass. Lexan, it's not 700 bucks, it's 60 bucks. You can change it out in 10 minutes. I cut the Lexan using an angle grinder with a steel cutting blade on it. It's super easy, doesn't break it. I'm sold. It's a win-win-win-win-win situation over glass. Now, did I say your buggy with glass sucks? No. I think glass is great too, but weigh the differences. This is 1/10 of the cost. You can replace it every year if you wanted. You can fold it down. You can't do that with glass. It's not going to shatter or crack or break. So, I'm sold. I'm going with glass. No, I'm going with Lexan. So, anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hey, Corona lockdown. Keep your head really low, real low, because I heard that Corona is like only getting people at like 4 feet. All right, no, that's total bullshit. Good luck. Don't breathe. Have a good day. Vic Ferrari. Hope that helps.